Actually, I prefer if I use a metaphor to talk to you about this. A common metaphor, baking a cake. Right? We're not going to talk about 3 stages, we're going to talk about 3 essential ingredients that go into a cake. Just to add to the metaphor, when you're making a cake, you have icing is the last thing that you do. Tonight, I'd like to talk about the icing first. One of the most important things to me is the icing when I'm actually eating a cake. In the metaphor, the icing is this. Are we leaning in? Are we engaged? Are we really listening to things that might be humorous? Because if we are, everything can be humorous. Okay, that mindset is the icing. And now I'll tell you about the 3 essential ingredients. They are children, the unexpected, and for the Toastmasters in the room, the pause. First of all, the children. If you could imagine a hot summer day here in Calgary, my wife and I have access to my nephew's 3 little kids. They're 2, 4, and 6 years old. Pretty tiny. Somebody suggested we go to the park. The next thing you know, the little boy has got this big wagon full of toys and look at it and he's saying, well, let's go. So off we go to the park. We get to the park and the kids played hard. They were exhausted. By the time it's time to go home, they put a few of their toys in one of the wagons, and the 2 eldest, they get in the other wagon. And they look up at me. Please, sir, pull us home. We're exhausted. We're tired. So I did. It's slightly uphill to get home. So we take off. Where's the 3rd, littlest one? She's only 2 years old, and she's small for her age. She's not very big. And the wagon that she decides to pull, full of toys, is easily twice her size. But there she is, until we get to a steep part, and she's asked, would you like some help pulling that wagon? She doesn't look right, she doesn't look left. She sticks out her jaw with a fierce look of determination on her face and leans into the hill slightly and says, I got this. So she's 2 years old, and we make it home. Children can be funny. That's number 1 in developing your sense of humor. The second component of developing a sense of humor is the unexpected. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. My wife told me this story, so somebody told it to her. And once again, imagine a hot summer day. This time, we'll go to Santa Barbara, California, just for fun. She's shopping on the street, and it's hot. She needs to get out of the heat. So she steps into a store, an ice cream shop. And she gets in line, and she shuffles along, and she places her order, and as many of us do after we place our order, we look back to see who's behind us. It's Tom Selleck. She's a fan of Tom Selleck, you know. She looks again. She can't believe her luck. She's going to spend the day eating ice cream with Tom Selleck. So he's very nice, and you know, he talks to her, and she fawns all over him all the way through the store until they get to the door, and she wants to open the door for him. And at that point, she realizes in embarrassment, oh, they didn't give me ice cream. And he looks at her and says, actually, madam, I watched you put it in your purse. So the unexpected can be funny too. So you have children, helps you develop a sense of humor, the unexpected, and now for the Toastmasters and the public speakers in the room, the pause. Now there's 2 types of pauses. There's a pause for the more experienced speaker, and there's a pause for the brand new speaker. You know, somebody who comes to the door for the very first time, and they look around and we see them and we, oh, are you looking for Toastmasters? Yes, come on in. And what's your name? And my name's Richard. And, you know, let me show you around. Here's more people. They get a chair. They sit down. They're comfortable. The meeting starts. The meeting takes place halfway through. Somebody called a table topics master starts to look at them, right? Would you like to play our game? And let me remind you that they're brand new, so they don't fully realize what they're getting themselves into. So they look around the room, and what do they see? They see what I'm seeing now. They see people looking at them, smiling, nodding, giving them encouragement. And so they say, sure, I'll play. And then somebody says, but you gotta stand up. And so they stand up. And the Toastmaster starts to read the question. And they're listening. And this is going to be a tough question. And then they find themselves thinking, this is a really long question. And then they think, you know, I'm not really listening to the question anymore. I think I'm a little confused. I better get back and pay some more attention. And they're starting to feel the nerves at this point. So whether it comes to them consciously or subconsciously, they find themselves thinking, I know what I'll do. I'll regain my composure by pausing and thinking about what I want to say. And when they do that, their pause looks a little bit like this. For the more seasoned Toastmaster, they have what I like to call a dramatic pause. And the dramatic pause looks something like this. That's a Toastmaster.